station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Have rainfall on the way. Temperatures are into the 30s and 40s this morning. See a very cold rain as we head about your Sunday.
All right, this morning on DC News Now, another week, another case of anti-Semitism in Maryland's largest county. How school officials are now responding after a second hateful flyer is found at the same school in just 2 weeks. Plus, the donations are flowing in. What the Turkish ambassador told DC News Now as literally scores of people come to his embassy to donate. And an update this morning to the already staggering death toll after last week's powerful earthquake. Also out in LA, take a look. The video you have to see showing the American Airlines plane that collided with a shuttle bus on the tarmac. Several people sent to the hospital. The FAA now investigating. We'll take you out there in just a few. But first, we're going to take you outside to Washington, D.C. Live look at the White House there, where unfortunately rain is on the way. Rain, please go away. Mr. Derek Bowen is here filling in for Derek Ward. Would you taking a quick peek outside there?
Yeah, I was taking a quick peek outside. I was trying to look at the roof of the White House to see if I could see any excess moisture on that, seeing if we're having any rainfall actually already in D.C. We'll take a look at radar at some point. Other than that, we're looking at temperatures into the 30s and 40s. Most of us are above freezing, and we're seeing temperatures well above average to come later this week. But we have, of course, a bit of rainfall to deal with today. We had nice, beautiful sunshine yesterday. Now we have all these clouds to contend with, plus that rainfall, especially later this morning going into the afternoon as well. Temperatures going up into the 40s, low 40s for today for the most part. Other than that, we have, of course, there's this satellite with radar, starting to see more of that rain coming in into D.C. at this current time as we head around. Looks like the National Mall is seeing, of course, a little bit of a sprinkle activity. Anywhere there southward along I-95, seeing a good bit of rainfall, but back off towards the west, seeing a light little bit of wintry mix for them. We do have a winter weather advisory out for those locations. However, it is going to be very light, and most of it's going to be in the higher elevations, seeing up to anywhere from 1 to 3 inches.
All right, that is Derek Bowen to start us off there from the Weather Center. Derek, thanks so much. Developing this morning, 2 people arrested and charged for breaching a storage yard that's owned by Dominion Energy. That update coming in from the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office, who arrested the men, a 51 and a 38-year-old, right on the scene. It happened around midnight on Saturday. Right now, investigators say the men were there to steal copper wire and that even a box with wire cutters was found. Of course, all of this coming at a time when there have been several high-profile incidents across the country of attacks on electrical infrastructure, electrical substations. In this case, police, though, say the actual substation that is owned by Dominion Energy right next to the storage yard, it actually was not broken into. So I guess silver lining, good news there. All right, we begin this morning, though, with yet another act of anti-Semitism on the grounds of Maryland's largest school district. School officials say a flyer promoting anti-Semitism was discovered at Northwood High School in Montgomery County this past week. Members of the school board say that the flyer was found in the same place on campus where more of the concerning material was found about a week prior. In a letter to parents, the school says that they are closely working with Montgomery County Police to find the person or group responsible for this. Again, guys, this isn't anything new. It is just the latest in a string of anti-Semitic vandalism seen in Montgomery County Public Schools. You got a lot of people in the community now concerned and asking, not only why is this continuing to happen, but what if this escalates into violence? So coming up later this week, leaders with county police, with county fire, and the rescue there, they're going to be talking about that. They're having a seminar to teach people how to minimize the risk and respond in the event that an attack actually happens. We have details on how you can attend right on our website at dcnewsnow.com. All right, new this morning, the death toll from Monday's massive earthquake in Turkey and Syria has now surpassed a staggering 28,000 people. This is what it currently looks like in the city of Antakya, which is in southern Turkey. And amid the devastation and the destruction, signs of hope with help on the way. The U.S. will be sending $85 million worth of aid to help rebuild Turkey. The UN set to provide basic necessities like food and medicine to the communities that have been ravaged by this 7.8 magnitude earthquake. But But it's also everyday people who are doing what they can, donating anything they can to pitch in. Many of those people right here in our own backyard. DC News Now's Dave Laval was at the Turkish Embassy in D.C. last night.
An endless supply of help fills D.C.'s Turkish embassy. These supplies will go to help earthquake victims.
I can help carry those.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
Everything is closing. I'll tell you what it is.
The embassy opened its gates Saturday to those who wanted to help. Umut Barak Geçe is from the western region of Turkey, where the quake happened.
My family is safe, but so many my friends family under the tiered buildings, unfortunately.
It's hard. It's a lot of trauma. It's a lot of heartbreak.
Yasmin Hussein has family in Syria, which sits next door to Turkey, and also suffered massive loss of life in Monday's quake. Hussein dropped off donations to help survivors in both countries.
My family's okay. They survived. It was just hard. We didn't know what had happened. We didn't know where they were. It was just a lot of chaos in the beginning.
The embassy put the call out for such things as tents, blankets, heaters, and portable restrooms. Jamie Welch answered the call.
What doesn't make you want to donate? There's families right now going through so much, and we're in a position to help out.
An embassy spokesman told us so far, people around the DMV and the country have donated more than 140 tons of relief supplies. Among those grateful for the help, Turkey's ambassador to D.C.
It's incredible. Thank you very much for all the American Turkish citizens here living. We really need it. Thank you very much. I can't say anything else. Thank you.
The embassy will remain open on weekends for those who wish to donate. Otherwise, you're told to check the embassy's website to find out how to help earthquake victims. At the Turkish Embassy, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
All right, DC News Now's Dave Laval there. Dave, thanks so much. The embassy announced yesterday afternoon it will stop accepting clothing donations today, but you can find a complete list of items that are needed right on DCNewsNow.com. All right, let's take you up to Western Maryland now, where as of this week, the city of Hagerstown officially has a new mayor. Her name is Takesha Martinez. She's already making history. DC News Now's Stephen Cohen talked with her one-on-one as she starts this new chapter leading Hub City.
Meet the new boss. Takesha Martinez has been on city council for 2 years. After Mayor Emily Keller was tapped for a position with the Wes Moore administration, council chose her to fill out the remainder of Keller's term. Notably, she's Hagerstown's first black mayor.
So I spent the last 2 years listening. I didn't do a lot of talking during council.
With only 2 years of public service, she is still highly thought of in town.
She's doing a fantastic job, and that I would tell her that she's well respected and well liked in the community.
But the mayor sees challenges ahead.
I still feel like we work in silos. I still feel like there's still some conflict with being able to work together.
But she gets a vote of confidence in the city. Rob Hovermail is director of the Barbara Ingram School for the Arts downtown.
She's gotten into our school and she's made a big impact on students.
I want to make sure everyone is able to work together. And sometimes that means being able to sit down and have a difficult conversation.
But talk to folks around town and...
You got us all excited. We're looking forward to the new mayor of Hagerstown.
And Mayor Martinez could stand for election in her own right on a nonpartisan ballot at the end of next year. Reporting from Hagerstown, Stephen Cohen, DC News Now.
Hi, Steve. Thanks. Well, speaking of Hagerstown, a volunteer group there is making a big difference for kids across Washington County. Check it out. The Downtown Hagerstown Rotary Club has raised over $4 million for different children's groups throughout the county. Some of that money has gone towards simply getting kids to and from community programs like supplying the transportation. It also helps with upkeep of the community facilities themselves where these kids are hanging out. Organizers say those expenses can be taken for granted, but they are critical to helping the organization meet the needs of local kids.
New roofs, heating and air conditioning, putting in new windows, expenses that are difficult for nonprofits to raise funding on their own.
Well, I do still see some folks walking out and about outside here. Other than that, we do have a few light sprinkles coming into D.C. at the current time. More locations around the region are seeing more or less some light rainfall, maybe a few moderate locations seeing a few heavier showers. Other than that, we do have a mixture of precipitation being reported anywhere along the I-95 corridor. Most of this won't have any impact on the ground since we've been so warm, but I won't be surprised to see a few flurries in and along I-95 at this current time. Heading out areas westward where we'll see more of that, even some snowfall anywhere from Warrenton over towards Washington, Virginia, there along 522 to 11, and going over into those higher elevations as well. Going to see, of course, that potential for some snowfall there, but some rain later today.